My name's Gretchen Reynolds, and I am the garden coordinator at Temple Shalom. I oversee the Temple Shalom Justice Garden. I'm the farm manager as well as the garden educator, and we've been working with Restorative Farms for a number of years. They're our mentor farm. They helped us plan and start the Justice Garden about 3 years ago, and it's been a great relationship. So now we are working with them to expand the CSA program from this location to the North Dallas location.
How did the Justice Farm at Temple Shalom get started?
Well, the Justice Garden had always been sort of a dream and a conversation around Temple, and then a few years ago we had the right combination of people join that conversation and decided to move it from conversation to action. And we did a research period. We visited a lot of farms. We kind of did a lot of brainstorming for what we thought would be the best combination of circumstances for us to be successful and have a big impact on our community. And through that research process, we met with Restorative Farms, and we really liked the work and the mission that Restorative Farms has and selected them as our mentor farm.
And when was that?
That was in 2022.
And what was it about them that really stuck out to you?
We really like the way that they farm. We share values in regenerative agriculture and organic growing, natural gardening, all of those. We really like their involvement with the community, and those were all shared values. We're 100% donation farm, so we don't sell our produce, and we are all donation based, and then we donate back to the community. But we also liked that they are more economic justice focused through employment and affordable vegetables and produce for the community, and that we felt like that was a good match for us, because even though by our collective decision-making process we had chosen to be a donation farm, we liked that we could team up with someone who was farming and growing in the same values as us, but taking action in a slightly different way.
Yeah, and I think that's so important, especially for this community of South Dallas, where it is often referred to as a food desert. How is that something that you've maybe witnessed or seen firsthand?
Well, we are based in North Dallas, and we donate our produce throughout the whole city of Dallas. So we grow in North Dallas, but we partner with North Texas Food Banks for distribution. So when we work with North Texas Food Bank, they kind of tell us where in the larger Dallas community our donations of produce are most needed at the time, and we have food and we'll drive, and we have a whole team of harvest distributors, and they'll take all of our vegetables kind of anywhere that they need to go.
That's awesome. Have you gotten any feedback on, like, from the community members, from Temple members, what their response has been like to this partnership with Restorative Farms?
Absolutely. So the CSA, the North Dallas CSA program started a couple of weeks ago. This is its third week of opening, and so all of our members in the temple as well as the larger community, because it's open to the public, not just Temple Shalom. They've been coming and picking up these beautiful, incredible baskets of produce, and we're hearing so many great things, that the food is really fresh and delicious, and it's a whole lot of food for the price point. So everyone is really pleased about that, and I think everyone is really inspired and motivated that for every 3 full-priced CSAs that are purchased and distributed through the North Dallas location, that it funds a Pay What You Can CSA for a family in need. And so that's a big motivation for everyone who enrolls in the CSA program.
Why do you think the work that they're doing here at Restorative Farms and Temple Shalom with the food distribution, why is it so important, especially in a world, in a climate where, you know, egg prices are going up, and the price of avocados and fresh healthy food is just getting more and more expensive and less accessible? Why is it so important?
I think it's really important for us to have these kinds of partnerships where each person can do, or each entity can do a little bit and put it together into a big action that brings fresh food, fresh produce, and a community building effort to our city. And so I love Restorative's tagline of Grow a Better Dallas, and it's a great way for others, in this case Temple Shalom and the Justice Garden, to be part of that. We can join our forces and join our efforts to have a bigger impact. And I think that doing that and bringing access to fresh and nutritious food and bringing programs that bring dignity to our communities is really important.
How or what do you value most about this partnership, and why?
Oh, this has been an amazing partnership for us. I think as a farm manager, personally, I value being able to have a professional community of other urban farmers to call and say, hey, what's going on with your lettuce over here? Because I'm experiencing this. So that part of it is really, really amazing. It's been great to be able to share knowledge and experience and work together on a professional level. On a bigger level, it's really amazing to know that we have partners in the community who have shared values for making a difference and for having a positive impact on the city and our communities and our neighborhoods around us. And just knowing that we have friends and we're not out doing that work alone is really powerful.
Yeah, and I think it's regenerative agriculture, and adjusting to that is kind of already its own beast, but doing that on top in an urban area comes with its own challenges. What do you think needs to happen for more people to educate themselves on regenerative agriculture in urban areas, and what can we all do to help it become more of the norm versus an
I think
exception?
the more that we can get the word out and bring people to the conversation about regenerative agriculture, why it's important, and how we can build farms that have a soil first focus, and how we can do that together in our city, in our raised beds, and in our urban environments, the more that we can build that conversation and that community around the shared practice of regenerative agriculture helps us bring others to that practice and helps grow that. And so hopefully over time, using regenerative agriculture methods just becomes the norm of urban farming.
What can people do who maybe aren't interested in farming? Bless you. Bless you. Who maybe aren't interested in farming but still want to get involved and support the work that Restorative Farms is doing and Temple Shalom in these community gardens?
Well, I think there's a couple of things people can do. First, people can subscribe to the CSA program. That's open to the public, and it's a great thing to do for your family and for other families in the community through the Pay What You Can match. So that's an easy way to do something and be part of that effort. Both Restorative Farms and Temple Shalom have open volunteer hours. So we at Temple Shalom, we host a ton of volunteers every week. Yesterday I just met with 40 school kids who came out to do a big giant planting project. And this is the third year in a row that they've worked with us. So we have a lot of opportunities for people to come out if they don't want to do farming at home, to come out for a day, to bring a company out, to bring their colleagues out and do something good for the community. And we teach a lot of classes, both at Temple Shalom and at Restorative Farms as well. So there's so many ways that people can do that, whether it's through showing up. At Temple Shalom, our Rabbi Paley, always says you can't fake showing up, and I really love that. It sits well with me. So you can always show up and be part of the effort, and you can also enroll in the CSA program and experience that locally grown, fresh, whole produce that's really delicious, and that it's really emblematic of the work that we do.
What do you hope for the future for urban farms like Restorative Farms and the Justice Farm?
I would love to see our partnership grow and deepen, and I definitely expect that to happen. I'd love to see more farms coming up around Dallas so that we can grow the community of urban farmers who are working towards this greater good in our community.